parents made me sleep with the TV on every single night since I was born. I just found out the horrifying reason why. I'm 19 and I've never slept in silence. Not once in my entire life. Every single night since I was a baby, my parents kept the TV on in my room. Static volume, blue light flickering, some old channel playing infomercials until dawn. When I was little, I thought it was normal. I thought every kid fell asleep to the sound of someone selling blenders at 2 a.m. I didn't question it because I didn't know any different. The first time I realized something was wrong was during a sleepover at my friend Jenna's house when I was 8. Her mom turned off all the lights and the house went completely dark and silent. I started shaking. I couldn't breathe. I called my mom at midnight crying and she picked me up within 20 minutes. She didn't seem surprised. She just held me in the car and said, "It's okay, baby. We'll never make you do that again." After that, I stopped going to sleepovers. I stopped going to summer camp. I stopped doing anything that required sleeping somewhere without a TV. My parents never pushed me. They just quietly arranged everything around my condition. When I went to college last year, my mom called the housing department 3 times to make sure I had a single room. She bought me a TV for the dorm before she bought me sheets. My roommate request form specifically said I needed to sleep with noise and light. I never thought to ask why. I just accepted it as part of who I was. Some people need white noise machines. Some people need weighted blankets. I needed a TV. Last month, everything changed. My grandmother on my dad's side passed away. She was 87 and had been sick for a while, so it wasn't unexpected. But what was unexpected was the box of letters she left me. My dad brought them over the day after the funeral. His hands were shaking when he gave them to me. "These are from your grandmother," he said quietly. "She wanted you to have them when you were old enough to understand." I opened the box that night. There were maybe 30 letters inside, all addressed to me, dated starting from before I was born. The first few were normal grandmother stuff. Prayers for my health, excitement about meeting me, hopes for my future. Then I got to a letter dated 3 weeks after my birth. The handwriting was shakier, more urgent. "My dear granddaughter, I'm writing this because I need you to understand what happened and why your parents do what they do. When you were 19 days old, something terrible happened. Your mother put you down for a nap in your crib. The baby monitor was on. She went to the kitchen to wash bottles. She heard you crying through the monitor. Then you stopped. She thought you'd fallen asleep. 20 minutes later, she went to check on you. You weren't breathing. Your lips were blue. She screamed so loud the neighbors called 911. The paramedics got your heart started again in the ambulance. You were in the NICU for 6 days. The doctor said it was something called an apparent life-threatening event. They said sometimes babies just stop breathing and nobody knows why. They said you were lucky. They said most babies who turn that color don't come back. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely hold the paper. I kept reading. Your parents were destroyed. Your mother didn't sleep for weeks. She was terrified that if she took her eyes off you for 1 second, you would stop breathing again. The doctors gave her a special monitor that would alarm if your oxygen dropped. She kept it on you for 2 years. But even after you outgrew the monitor, the fear never left. Your father came up with the TV idea. If the TV was on, your mother could hear if you were moving, breathing, making sounds in your sleep. The light meant she could check on you without turning on the lamp and waking you. It became a ritual, a protection, a prayer. I know it might seem strange to you now, but every time that TV turns on, your parents are saying we almost lost you once, and we will never let it happen again. I sat there for a long time after I finished reading. Then I called my mom. She answered on the first ring like she always does. I asked her why she never told me. She was quiet for a moment. Then she said, "Because I didn't want you to grow up afraid. I wanted you to grow up normal. I wanted the TV to just be a quirk, not a reminder that mommy almost watched you die." I asked her if she still checks on me. She laughed, but it wasn't a happy laugh. "Sweetheart, I check the camera in your dorm room 3 times a night. I know you're 19. I know you're fine. But I still see your blue lips every time I close my eyes. I didn't know there was a camera." She said she'd had my dad install it when they helped me move in, hidden behind some books on my shelf, pointed at my bed, just to make sure I was still breathing. Part of me wanted to be angry. Part of me wanted to scream about privacy and boundaries. But then I thought about my mother at 24, finding her 3-week-old baby not breathing. I thought about her doing CPR on someone the size of a loaf of bread while waiting for an ambulance. I thought about her spending 19 years terrified that any night could be the night it happened again. I told her I understood. I told her I wasn't mad. I told her I loved her. Then I hung up and looked at my TV, still playing some old cooking show on mute.